Shaggy, hear me very well, my brother. We are in ground zero. ADF is not in the diaspora. We are on the ground. AGOVC, the Ambazonia Governing Council, is not in the diaspora. It is on the ground, there on the ground, as you are seeing. It is the largest force on the ground. It is the leading movement on the ground. We have opened the highest amount of community school on the ground. We have inspired the highest amount of youth on the ground to fight for Ambazonia independence. Anybody who thinks that our leadership is in the diaspora, that person is on a brain the shakes on small screw down losing for the. Because if something be so clear like black and white, you did some man call and say blue. That means that man gave problem. At the time when La Republic it tried to destroy leadership, we they in a safe location. Leadership and it tourism now one and the same thing. Leadership and it tourism now one and the same thing. It go be a foolishness for anybody for follow La Republic their narrative for feel say because the leadership of the governing council and the ADF they abroad, it means say the ADF and the governing council and then are abroad. That one I just lie. I think say you be wise enough, Shaggy, for understand these complex things. So you have to know something. We have defeated Cameroon when it comes to education. We planted the seed of community school over 4 years ago. 3 years ago, it was accelerated in 5 different states. We have opened schools in some areas that did not even have school before this liberation war started. At the moment when we have successfully reversed the train when our civilians were traveling to La Republic, now they are coming from La Republic to attend school. Somebody would deceive you people to go and block road that you want to lock down to fight school. You are fighting what school? You are fighting Ambazonian school, not La Republic. The Cameroon government schools are there. You people know the place. If you want to close it, you can go and cross it. That is where we show power. You are blocking road that affects, it does not even affect the Cameroon government school. It does not. For Cameroon, their intention is not to educate our children. So whether they go to school or not, they go today, tomorrow, after tomorrow, for them, it doesn't really matter. What matters for them is to show Ambazonians to the rest of the world that we are a group of idiots who are fighting against education. They don't even want the world to have the impression that we are educating our own people. That is why they are doing everything to use the media power, to use their infiltrators. For the past 3 years, they have been telling the world that Ambazonian is fighting education. We don't want any education. We are burning down schools. We are killing students. We are killing teachers. And they have used some Ambazonian fighters to attack teachers and students physically and humiliated them. The Ambazonian leaderships who are in bed with La Republic, they don't want to lay down any foundation concerning education. They don't want to give any straight policy or instruction to their forces or forces that listens to them or people that follows them, because they want this ambiguity for Cameroon to exploit it and define the whole liberation movement as a liberation movement that is against the basic right of the students' education, and that would turn off everybody who wants to even listen to us. If you are stupid, nobody will listen to you. They will just look at you and say, go and do what you want to do. Destroy the whole country, burn down everything. Nobody will listen to you. The last thing La Republic wants is for us to be sensible. The last thing La Republic wants is for the world to see that Ambazonia are actually fighting to educate their children. They are actually putting in place a mechanism where their own pedagogic experts will develop a curriculum that can be recognized by UNESCO. That Ambazonians is even demanding for help for community school. At a time when we have win La Republic and demonstrate to the world that community schools are going on under our guidelines. At a time when La Republique du Cameroon have turned its back and show his ugly face to ban all community schools, including that of religious institutions and private proprietor schools. at the time when we're supposed to take full advantage, when the seeds of what we planted 3 years ago is coming up. That is when they are deceiving some of you to go and lock down Ambazonia, go and close school. But our people have been wise. Any soldier who want to go and lock the place that you are controlling. Stay there you alone. You do it. Let us see. But wisdom and common sense will prevail. The Jewish people stayed in the desert for 40 years because that is what it takes for their stupidity. And those who have learned the ways of Egypt should perish before they go. We will not blink when it comes to sound principle that can lead us to recognition and our independence. We will not, because we don't have any choice. If we abandon this right way and follow the stupid way, we will be ignored by the whole world. The way we have developed the reputation that have attracted the attention of the international community to engage with us the way they have engaged till today, it is by being articulate, following sound knowledge and principle that have been tested, principle that we have studied, principles that we have adopted for the national interest, not for partisan interest. So anybody who wants to join Cameroon to fight against education, who wants to help Cameroon to define Ambazonian as a group of people who are just fighting against education, that person will be the loser. We will wait you out. We will not change. We will not follow you. We will wait you out. And as the day by day goes, remember that when Moses went up to the mountain to take the 10 commandments, there were just few of them. The rest of the crowd was following the false god, the one made with the gold that looks like what the Egyptians wanted. Remember that? But when they came back, Moses raised the law up and said, "My children, come." The children abandoned the way of the false god and they attended to wisdom and knowledge and righteousness, and they were saved. The ground opened up and swallowed all those who were evil, who have followed the ways of Egypt. Every Ambazonian who is following the way of Zamzam, the ways of Anglo-fools, the manipulation of Atangi Paul and their cohorts, any Ambazonian who still listen to these people, who wants to torment our own people, who wants to punish our own people, who want to fight against our own education, they will perish. They will all perish and all of them will die before Ambazonia will have its freedom. All of them. When you see good men like Siseko in jail today, it's not because they lack the good intention. They have good intention for Ambazonia. But they are in jail because of their own error and ego that thought that a group of people would declare themselves presidents over all, override each other and apologize to the enemy because the ADF killed Cameroon military. And it was not them who did it. They rather apologized to the enemy, appeased the enemy, rather than allowing their own brother to do the right thing. They didn't even tend to do their own thing. And it is exactly what some of you people are falling into. You think that you better sabotage education because it was initiated, it was preached by Dr. Cho Ayaba and the Egg of Sea. You prefer to sabotage and not implement the ban of Cameroon number plate because it was initiated and preached by the Egg of Sea. You decide to sabotage the liberation tax even though you were doing kidnapping for ransom because it was preached, it was initiated, it was publicized by the Egg of Sea. Tomorrow you will decide to fight against the independence because it was initiated, it was preached by the Egg of Sea. Oh, wicked black man. Oh, kiak for safo. Make mbeng for all una head. Who una ran decide for be fools, Anglo fools, idiot. Shit no white blast. With jigger for food. Foolishness. But the rise of the wise, Ambazonian rising, Ambazonian nationalism, is like a tree planted beside water. It's like a candle that cannot be hidden. It's a hilltop. It's a city on the hilltop that everybody will see. It is a light that will not be quenched. Ambazonian nationalism will prevail over evil. The good shall rise over evil. The vast majority of our silent majority shall speak out. The days of the lies are numbered. We have called for our people to ignore all this ridiculous, counterproductive lockdown. And tomorrow, everybody in Ambazonia will open their door, irrespective of whatever type of intimidation anybody wants to do. They will open their door, they will go to their community schools, and we will disgrace La Republic. We will get ourselves ready for the 1st of October, which is what these people want to target. People who have never celebrated 1st of October. They see our celebration of 1st of October as a threat to their political relevance. So they seek to sabotage it at all costs, even at the cost of independence. Why would anybody don't want community schools to go when you know that our students must go to school so that we can be able to mobilize them and show the whole world that we have nationalism, our people want independence? That is the only way. If our children don't go to school, how can we show La Republic that we want freedom, we are free? How can we show the rest of the world? So can't you understand that the people who are telling you that our 1st of October, that school should start in the 4th or the 5th of October, are people who are trying to sabotage our Independence Day? They don't want the world to see what we've got. They don't want us to be able to portray Ambazonian nationalism. Can't you see? Can't you open your eyes? Can't you see that Cameroon citizens who have built houses, built mini-cities, open schools, create schools to meet the need for Ambazonian refugees, they are the ones crying because our people are returning back home, and they are deceiving you people so that we will keep punishing our own people unnecessarily without any fruit, so that they'll come back and continue to pay rent for the Republic. Can't you see the light? Shaggy, can't you see the light? Open your eyes. Yesterday I had a dream. I saw 2 Ambazonian soldiers, General Mba Ivor and Commander Tokandu from Menchum. They come to me and they say, Capo Daniel, speak. I made my video today against the policy of the AGOVC that have said that we should just focus and struggle to avoid to be distracted. We should just leave these people to waste time for our people as much as they want. Eventually our people will wise up and they'll come back. But we paid allegiance to our hero who have fallen. And they tell me, Capo Daniel, speak. And I've spoken to our people. Tomorrow everybody should go out and work. Everybody should go out to their community school. Only Cameroon government school should be shamed and banned. Anybody fighting any other thing is wasting time. Is delaying all of us, is delaying our destiny. Get away from me. Get behind me, Satan. Allow the people to have freedom. Stop delaying their freedom. Stop dragging them and making a fool of a whole nation. Get behind me, Satan. That is what Jesus Christ said to his disciple who wanted him not to die. Ambazonian time of freedom have come. Emmanuel Macron have come and put the ticking time to pour beer. It's a time for us to show the world what we've got. Instead, you people want to quench the light. It will not happen. Not when I am alive.